This is the Carnival Cruise Report by Drew, Pratap, and Chaitanya. Key facts. Travel agents are not the competitors. 85% of bookings come from agents. Land vacations like Orlando and Las Vegas are the competitors. Most cruise lines are filled with about 33% first-time cruisers. Carnival has about 50%. Another 50% repeat cruisers, about two-thirds are repeaters to the brand Carnival. It is a generally held belief that repeaters know what to expect and are willing to spend a little extra for more perks. Carnival only devotes a fraction of FTE employees to customer data analysis. Carnival has no concerted program for attracting repeat guests as they believe that the rewarding loyalty does not produce enough return. Carnival ships almost always set sail full. Repeat cruisers spend on average of about 15% more on their cruise vacation. The first key issue is how to target and attract the right customer. Carnival ships almost always set sail full, so getting enough people is not the issue. It's getting the people that spend extra money to be the customers. The alternatives: data analysis and trial and error. Data analysis uses analysis from the customer relationship management to determine demographics that spend the most, which make for the best customers. Market and advertise towards those demographics that typically spend the most money on cruises. Trial and error will consist of based on intuition of experiences of top personnel. The pros and cons of data analysis. End result would be that ships are filled with the people that spend the most money, thus optimizing the profits. People that may feel more comfortable being surrounded by their own similar demographic and thus will have better experience and enjoy the cruises more and thus continue to spend more. Cons may be extensive and time consuming to collect enough data and then filter through all of it to find the right data to analyze. This method could be seen as profiling, which while effective has a negative connotation. We need to make sure we understand why the highest demographics spend the money and make sure that these reasons still exist, which leads to more data analysis, which then costs more. How to target and attract the right customer, trial and error, pros and cons. Inexpensive to determine the first target demographic. If it's successful, it will be the quick course of action, so the ROI, return on investment, will be immediately noticeable. The streamlined process will be reducing the quantity of employees that are required for the task. The cons. It's not a very scientific approach, so it might be put under high scrutiny. There are a lot of errors and which could delay the ROI if it does not become successful. Thus, it is very risky.
The recommended course of action for this is data analysis. It is the safest and most accurate and measurable to obtain optimal return on investment. If the profiling connotation can be mitigated, customer will have a better experiences because they are specifically being catered to, while those that are not ideal customer will be reduced, but at the same time not feel slighted or have a bad experience because the approach will be subtle.
The second key issue is how to optimally distribute the Carnival product. The alternative for this is travel agents and direct booking. In direct booking, we have inbound avenues and outbound avenues.
The travel agent's pros and cons are the Carnival's largest field sales force is travel agents. Most of the customers prefer travel agents to other methods of booking because it's simple and convenient and prefer to talk directly with a person rather than a computer, which can be difficult to work at times. Travel agents account for 85% of the bookings, and thus they are very effective in their methods. Once customers purchase a cruise ticket, travel agents collect all the information and send the information to Carnival rather than Carnival having to request it. Booking through agents provides Carnival with demographic data ahead of time so they can make necessary adjustments to ensure the customer gets the best possible experience. The cons. Travel agents' commission was one of the largest line items on the cruise profit and loss statement. Thus, is very costly for them, as the travel agents earn a commission of 10% or more on each cruiser. It is difficult to get the past information of customers from the travel agents. Agents only provide the necessary information for the booking. The direct booking inbound avenue pros and cons. Online booking is cheaper, and other services like travel agents is more expensive. If the Carnival Cruise Management use online booking for the customers, it reduces the number of employees needed. The cons: customers typically want to talk to a live person for booking cruises, which costs more to have those employees. Online booking can be a long process and sometimes customers find it difficult. The outbound avenue pros and cons. Pros: outbound avenue has rapidly increasing and more than 200 telemarketers called personal vacation planners or PVPs. Most customers prefer the PVPs because they book not only the cruise ticket but also the whole package for the trip with all the extra amenities. Using PVPs, the customer information is stored and can be used for the next booking. PVPs have a large number of telemarketers, which customers typically prefer to speak with a live person that takes care of all their needs. PVPs have proven to be effective sales on Carnival Cruise. The cons: PVPs market directly to the past customer, which may hurt travel agents and can provide backlash from their biggest customer provider. PVPs require a large number of telemarketers, thus it will increase the cost.
The recommended courses of action for the how to optimally distribute Carnival product is the direct bookings through the inbound and outbound avenues. Distributed the Carnival product through the direct booking gives more profit by reducing cost of the travel agents. If the Carnival relies on the third parties for the majority of their sales, they could find themselves with similar issues as with the fulfillment houses going bankrupt. If Carnival can generate their own sales effectively, then they'll hold more power because they become self-sufficient. If a customer wants to book a ticket, they can through a PVP or online directly. In PVPs, the customer can choose a whole package trip. If number of customers books through the carnival.com is increased, then the Carnival Cruise Management gets more profit.
The next key issue is how to avoid the third party, that is nothing but travel agents' interaction with the Carnival. Alternatives are developing a website interface that is user friendly and applying the website very effectively by creating mobile apps for booking the tickets easily from anywhere.
The pros and cons of developing a friendly user website interface. Pros: people will find it very easy to use and will not feel frustrated booking the ticket and give up. The human effort is low because everything is automated once it's all set up. The availability will be anywhere the internet is available. There's less time consumption. The cost of PVPs and agents will be significantly reduced. If everyone books online, repeat customer past information will be available to give personal recommendations for their next experience. The cons: it can be difficult and costly to develop such a completely user-friendly interface. If unsuccessful and travel agents feel slighted, there may be backlash. People may fear the lack of security in providing personal information online and having it stolen. The site will always need to be tracked to make sure the site is working properly, as it is very integral into booking sales. The pros and cons of creating mobile apps. Pros: booking the tickets can be available from anywhere. Through a user-friendly mobile app, it will be very fast and easy to book the tickets. It'll be free of cost to use on any mobile device. Customers can receive notifications and alerts whenever cheap prices and special offers are available. Cons: it can be difficult and costly to develop a completely user-friendly interface similar to the online interface. People typically prefer to book through a live person. The ROI may take longer to grow until tech-savvy youth become old enough to be customers, and thus they're able to easily operate the app.
The recommended course of action for this is develop a very user-friendly website interface. With the development of a website, anyone can use the system to book the tickets easily without paying the third parties. Carnival will benefit more than when there is no involvement of any third parties to people and that becomes self-sufficient. When everyone books online, repeat customers' past information will be available to give personal recommendations for their next experience. Also, even without a mobile app, it can still be used from mobile phone.